In a quiet village nestled beside a sprawling forest, lived a young girl named Alara. She possessed an unyielding spirit despite her family's humble circumstances. Alara's dream was to become a renowned healer, a desire sparked by her grandmother's wisdom and knowledge of herbal remedies. However, formal education was an impossible luxury. Undeterred, Alara dedicated herself to learning from the world around her. She explored the forest, meticulously studying plants and their properties. The forest became her classroom. Years passed, and Alara's knowledge grew. Villagers sought her help, drawn by her compassion and the effectiveness of her remedies. She became known as the forest healer. One day, a renowned scholar visited the village, seeking shelter from a storm. He was amazed by Alara's botanical expertise. Recognizing her potential, he offered her a place at the prestigious academy. Alara, with tears in her eyes, accepted the offer. She excelled at the academy, combining her practical knowledge with formal learning. She became the most brilliant healer of her time, always remembering her roots and the forest that had nurtured her dream. In the quaint town of Avum, nestled amidst rolling hills and ancient forests, lived a young apprentice named Alara. Avum was renowned for its clockmakers, artisans who crafted intricate timepieces that not only told time but also seemed to hold it within their delicate gears. Alara worked for Master Kronos, a clockmaker of great renown, whose workshop was filled with the rhythmic ticking of clocks of all shapes and sizes. One day, Master Kronos entrusted Alara with a special task: to repair an ancient clock rumored to possess magical properties. The ancient clock was unlike any Alara had ever seen. Its gears were crafted from shimmering gold, and its hands were made of polished obsidian. As she carefully examined the clock, Alara noticed a faint inscription on its base: Tempus fugit, ars mane. Old man Tiberius lived a solitary life in the quaint mountain village of Havenwood. Once the master clockmaker of the grandest clock tower in the capital city, a devastating earthquake decades ago had destroyed his masterpiece and left him with a broken spirit. He retreated to Havenwood, his tools gathering dust, his intricate designs forgotten. He now only fixed cuckoo clocks for villagers. One harsh winter, a young woman named Anya arrived in Havenwood, seeking refuge from a blizzard. Anya was a bright, ambitious young woman who had dreams of becoming a famous clockmaker. When she had heard that old man Tiberius was the best, she decided to take a chance to ask him to teach her. Tiberius, initially gruff and dismissive, saw a spark of determination in her eyes, a flicker of the passion he thought he'd lost forever. Reluctantly, he agreed to take her on as an apprentice, warning her of the demanding nature of the craft and his own lack of belief in its future. Anya, undeterred, threw herself into her work. She meticulously learned the art of gear making, the delicate balance of springs, and the symphony of tiny parts that made a clock tick. Tiberius, slowly, began to mentor her, sharing his encyclopedic knowledge, critiquing her work, and igniting a new spark within him. He saw her talents flourish. As Anya's skill grew, she discovered a hidden, untouched part of Tiberius's workshop: blueprints for an extraordinary clock. This wasn't just any clock, it was a celestial clock, charting the movement of the stars and planets, designed to fill the whole tower. It was the masterpiece Tiberius had been working on before the earthquake, before everything. He had never been able to bring himself to look at the plans again. Anya became determined to revive the lost design. She painstakingly recreated damaged blueprints, experimented with new techniques, and pushed Tiberius to confront his past. The task was arduous, filled with setbacks and frustrations. However, Anya's infectious enthusiasm and unwavering belief in Tiberius's genius chipped away at his hardened exterior. After months of tireless work, the first small prototype of the celestial clock was ready. As Anya carefully placed the last gear, the clock sprang to life. Its tiny celestial orbs rotated in a mesmerizing dance. A wave of emotion washed over Tiberius: pride, regret, and finally, hope. Anya and Tiberius began building the full-scale celestial clock. Word of their project spread, attracting visitors and benefactors. As the clock tower took shape, Tiberius rediscovered his purpose and found joy in his craft. In the end, the celestial clock was unveiled to the world. It was an engineering marvel, a testament to the power of collaboration, resilience, and the enduring beauty of art. Tiberius, no longer a recluse, stood beside Anya, his apprentice, his friend, his inspiration. He had not only rebuilt his masterpiece, but he had also rebuilt himself. He dedicated the clock to Anya, recognizing her as the true heart and soul of the project. From that day on, Tiberius and Anya continued to inspire others. Their legacy was one of craftsmanship, community, and the transformative power of hope.